Time to get up, friends, for another adventure. This time we're going to another country this morning. I gotta get my stuff, get in the shower, and we're gonna go. Stay tuned. Today is a big day, friends. Still a little chilly, but I'm heading to Paris, where the weather's better. It's my trusty steed right here, ready to go. And this little thing here has been doing weird stuff. This thing is moving very, very fast, over 100 miles an hour. 2.5 hour ride to Paris, but it's very nice. Look, a snack bar. They have tables you can stand around. This is my seat right here. Just a very pleasant ride. Very easy, very quiet in here. There you go, now you know. We'll see you.
All right.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. So, friends, this is Paris, France. We just got off this train that was going very fast. And when I say very fast, I mean very, very fast. Look at this. And it's a good ride, too. It's very smooth, very easy ride. I don't feel beat up like I do when I get off an airplane, but it was a very similar experience. A little trashy. It is 12:40, and I think this is Friday. Pretty sure. Saying to make sure that you use real taxis, not fake ones. Because nobody wants to use a fake taxi. I know I don't. So this is the train station in Paris. It looks like I thought it would. Is it? Izzo, Frizzo. Frizzo. So this is interesting. This is the very end of the line. You can see the front of the train right there. Look at these things. They have like bumpers on them. That's a very dead end of train tracks. Right here, just beautiful. And here's something that I have not seen anywhere else. And that is police with machine guns. That's the real thing right there, friends. Oh, I've got to go up there. Stay tuned. So they have food. There's food court and stuff here on this side. I have to go to the other side to get up. So I'm going to try to go to the other side. There's quite a few people here. I see there's stairs over there. It's the real thing. Can that go up? Is it okay to go? Okay, thank you. Stop right there. So friends, I want to point out something. This guy's job is to stand at the bottom of this escalator with a sign that says, no hand grenades, no bombs, no bullets. Literally, no hand grenades, no bombs. So are there bad guys that look at this sign and go, you know what? I wasn't going to take bombs up there until I saw this guy here with this sign. That's typical liberal logic, and now it's in America. Crazy. I don't know what holding a sign telling you not to bring bombs up is going to do, but I guess they think it does something. I just want to see the overview of the whole place. So wow. So I will say that this is a little more scary than anywhere else I've been so far. So friends, I've never felt unsafe anywhere, but when you come here and you see this kind of stuff, it kind of makes you wonder. I think they pulled these people off of my train. I saw them outside the door. The lady's got a machine gun. Yes, indeed, she does. So I asked the lady, this is if you see something, you say something. You hit that alarm button and the police come. That's not for somebody sick. This is for serious stuff. So this is out of the train station into the street in Paris. And they say that there's pickpockets and stuff everywhere. You better watch your stuff. So I am on high alert. So the Eiffel Tower and other things are a good ways from here, about 3 to 4 miles. So I'm gonna grab a taxi and go. I can tell you that there's people here working together. We call this the Angel Bear from 2015. So I'm gonna stop and let you look around. And I want you to know that there are unscrupulous people here right now that are watching, talking, communicating with each other about how to pickpocket and that sort of thing. You just see them just standing around. So this is the first time in Europe I've not felt safe. Am I reading this wrong? You understand English? Well, what I'm saying is I don't think it's safe here. There seems to be people, pickpockets and... Yes. So I'm correct about that. Yes. Yes. Did you go to Paris with them?
No, they
so
didn't.
You didn't go any of those
No,
times?
they didn't want me to come along and something like that.
Yeah.
I would learn too much from what they were doing.
So you stayed in the Hotel Prince de Galle?
Yep.
On the top floor?
Yep.
Does that sound right?
Yep.
And Elvis, there's
We
photographs.
had a big suite.
A big suite upstairs.
Yep.
So friends, I am here, believe it or not, in Paris, France. And I'm going to show you a picture. Let me get over here in the shade where you can see. I want you to see this photograph right here. You see this? It says Hotel Prince de Galle. Now, look right there. That is Prince de Galle Hotel. So this is where Elvis stayed, and he stayed on the top floor up there. And there's a description that actually Drew came up with me, for me, of the suite, what it looked like on the top floor. But this is the spot. It happened right here. So I'm gonna show you around. This is what it looks like if you start looking around. And I've seen, that's a real nice Porsche. I saw a couple of Lamborghinis down there at the end when we turned on this street. And I'm probably not going to pronounce some of these words right, but the Champs-Élysées is right down there at the end of the street. If you look down at the very end down there, if you turn left, that's where that big arch is. It's that close to right here. So this is the spot. I'm going to do some more comparisons. Stay tuned. So I'm going to show you a couple of photographs. This is from an angle, and you can see those windows right there in the background. And this one is from another angle, and you can see that arch right there. And clearly they've changed the doors, but this is still the same spot that it was originally in. Very beautiful. So he had a suite up there, which what I would assume would be on the very top floor, on the other side of that. Right here. So this is the entrance now. You can see that it's a different kind of entrance. It used to be doors. They put the turnstile deal in there, but it's still very similar. So in the photograph, I want to point out a couple other things. You can see the thing that says 1929 at the top, and you can see down at the bottom behind his feet, you see this. And then up high, you see that. There's a lamp there now. But that is the thing that says 1929 right there in the photograph. So he stayed here, friends. Right here. Every time he came to Paris, this is where he stayed. So friends, this is inside. So are you saying that this floor and stuff in here is original?
This one, no. The one you will see
Is original.
inside the bar
Okay.
and in the patio garden, yes.
Okay. Hello. Bonjour. It's my first time saying bonjour.
This floor is the original.
This is original.
1928.
Wow.
So for sure, Elvis have put some foods in here.
So I'm gonna go over their heads.
Just watch out for the, yeah.
So this is the way. So would this have been a restaurant back then?
No, before that was just for the brunch.
Okay.
The restaurant has always been here.
So they would have come here though and
For
eaten
the
brunch.
brunch, yeah.
Okay. So he would have come here and eaten.
Yes.
Okay.
And perhaps could have been here also. We same, the
Mosaic.
mosaics, it was
So
already...
this is outside.
This is classified. So the monument is classified, so we cannot touch anything of the mosaic.
Because it's considered
It's considered as classified, like a...
historical.
yeah, true.
Okay. So wow, look at the mosaic in here. I'm gonna zoom in. It is absolutely gorgeous. So it looked like this
Yes,
in 1958, 59.
everything that means the mosaic and the, yeah, the walls,
So this,
it was already like that.
Elvis would have seen it just like this. This is incredible. And I wouldn't have known that this was outside in the middle of the hotel. So I freeze framed this. I wish I'd have had these pictures when I went, but I did not know about them, but I found them. Look to his far left down at the bottom, and you can see mosaic on the floor where he's standing, and look over his head at that post. Now look at those posts. You see that they're octagons, and down at the bottom they're colored, and then they have a ring or a band, and there it is again, and you see their stairs. So Elvis was standing out in the middle of the courtyard. I would say somewhere out in there, but it's changed so much you really can't get a perspective on it other than seeing the pillars. So you know how I like to do lineups, and I'm going to do kind of a lineup. I took this photograph standing there, but of course they were gracious enough to let me film, but they basically walked me in here, let me film real quick, and walked me out. So notice the pillar on the left-hand side is square. Now the next two pillars are octagon shaped. You see that? Now in this photograph, the far left pillar is square. The next one's octagon. The next one to the far right is octagon. Now let's look at the design on the far right pillar that we can see well. Unbelievable, David. This is David, friends. He's helped us. He's the one that made it where I could film. So we thank you so much for that, David.
Thank you too.
Yes, sir.
For being here.
Yes, sir. So David was saying that they did not know that this was under the carpet. They pulled the carpet up when they were renovating about 5 years
done
ago.
the hotel, 5 years ago. So when they took off the carpet, they saw, oh, we still got the mosaic. So they just repair a little bit the parties that have to be repaired, and they kept it like that.
And this is how it would have looked.
This is like it was in 1928.
Wow. In the beginning.
True.
Amazing. David, you rock, my friend. You know what that means?
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
God bless
Most
you.
welcome.
Yes, sir. So one more thing, this photograph where you see the mosaic in the bottom left-hand corner, that mosaic is actually probably still there, but as you can see, Elvis is out in the middle of the room, and they've covered the room up, the middle part, with wood. I'll do you a little quick. You see this wood right here. So that wood that you see right there is where the mosaic is under that. It looks like the whole thing, when I walked out in there and looked at it, was all completely covered up.
You know, that's when Elvis did his press conference in that hotel.
Yeah.
When he became a changed person into being an entertainer.
Yeah, you said that he was different before. Like when y'all were just hanging out, he was a different person than he was when the lights and the cameras came on, and then he would like go into entertainer mode, and then he would come back. So another photo that they have, or series of photos, is this photo where he's doing like a press conference, and they say that this was in the lobby. So I think it could have been in that room that we walked in before we went outside on the terrace, or it could be in the lobby. In the next clip, we're going to walk back through the lobby, but it absolutely looks nothing like this now. So I have no idea where this happened at, and nobody here knew where it happened at. Thank you.
No question of money.
Yes, sir. I thank you for that, my
You're
friend.
welcome.
That's a big deal. That is a big deal. I came all the way from America
Yeah.
to see this. So, thank you. Bonsoir.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Soir is the evening time.
It's evening time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Starting 7.
All right. Thank you so much,
You're
David.
welcome.
You rock, my friend. Yes, sir.
See you.
Yes, sir. So, friends, this is the Prince de Galle. And they were nice enough to let me go in and show me what it looked like when it was built in 1929. They restored it back to that. So the next thing we're going to do is there's a famous cafe that Elvis would eat at. And I think the reason that he ate there is because it's literally right down there. You see that burgundy cover? That's it. We're getting ready to go. Stay tuned. So guys, if you ever come to France, this hotel's great. These folks are great. Make sure that you spend some money, spend some time there. We're going to come down here and we're going to look at the cafe that Elvis would eat at. Hello. You need money? I was getting ready to give him $5. So there you go. God bless you. Thank you. Oh. So Elvis would walk right down this sidewalk to this cafe down here. So I wonder, if I was him, I would cross here.
And then you're paying for it.
People won't even try to avoid you. They just walk right into you in these European countries, I will say that. They'll literally walk straight into you. So I would say he would most likely cross the street right here. And he would look right to make sure there's no bicycles that were going to run over. And right here is a lot of bicycles.
Hermes, Amar.
So this is actually a further walk than I expected it to be. It looked like it was closer. Look at this Triumph. Absolutely beautiful. I love that. So this is the hotel from the Fouquets, but this is where he would eat at, the Fouquets. The Fouquet. It may be Bouquet, Fouquet. But this is definitely the spot. And this is the corner of Avenue George V. And clearly it's changed a lot. But this is it, right here, friends. They took photographs of Elvis right here. So this is on Champs-Élysées this way, because I believe that that is called the Arc de Triomphe down there. I believe that that is called the Arc de Triomphe. Down there. Look at that race car. Wow! Look at this thing. Crazy. That's a race car just on the street. So friends, clearly, if Elvis did business with Fouquet's, I've got to go in and check it out. Stay tuned. So this is not the same spot Elvis sat. He sat more over there and out, but that's as close as I could get, friends. The main thing is, I'm here. Lambo is about to pull out. It was like the Batmobile. Well, I'm telling you wrong. I think he may be just parking. Too far away. This is Champs-Élysées style French onion soup. And I've already started cutting it. I should have shown you before I took the top. That was the top, is cheese. It's got bread inside of it. And hey now, this is going to be a number one, I bet you. Friends, I learned that beef tartare is not my thing. This is raw meat. And fries is good. Bread was good. The French onion soup was impeccable. I like the Pellegrino, but the tartare, not so much. I gotta go. I keep waiting for the girl to take my money. Nobody will take my money.
Oh,
I can't be here all day.
I understand. Wait a minute. I'll bring you on now.
Okay. Need to pay. I only have 7 hours total here. I spent an hour here trying to eat. It was too long. No, it's good. Thank you. So this was the edge of it right there. The awning was here. Thank you.
Je t'ai envoyé du coup Fouquet Rosé, je les ai pas eu.
Y'all got pictures of famous people everywhere. And that's okay, I can look.
Perfect. Yeah.
Where's the bathroom downstairs? This way?
After the door in your right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes, sir.
I'll let you.
She said downstairs, the toilet for the brasserie. So this is where they would have been then, friends, so you know that they would have gone down here. All right, let's go back out into the town. Yes, this is definitely period. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Bonjour. Yes, sir. So, the front of the building would have been, and I'll look for Elvis in here, but I couldn't find him. I'm sure. Surely. They have Elvis in here. I think it must be all. So this is what it looks like inside this cafe anyway, friends. And he would frequent here for sure. And what you see in the photographs is this area right here in that area, because the edge of the awning was here. So there you go. So now we're back on the Champs-Élysées.
February, in the end of the February, there is a ceremony.
And then they add the names too, so that makes sense.
That's why all these people, they came here.
Okay, that's what I needed to know. Thank you so much. Yes, sir.
Have a nice day.
Yes, sir. So this is about cinema awards, friends. And I'll point out a couple. You can see Sophia Loren, Kirk Douglas, Sean Connery, Gene Kelly. The reason Elvis is not here is he did not win a cinema award, which would make complete sense. So the other thing that I want you to notice is in the other pictures, in this photograph you'll see that the awning was back there. They've since added walls to it and closed it in where he was just there with the awning, but you can still see all of that. There you go. So this is the photograph. You can see that the body of the building is still very much the same, but the awning has changed quite a bit. That one is much smaller. And you can see Lamar's to Elvis's right. Rex was actually behind him. And Rex, in a moment, is going to tell a story about this day. They talked Elvis into, they just said, nobody's going to notice you here. You can come out here and eat. It won't be any big deal. And boy, were they wrong. This right here happened. He started getting mobbed. And I'll let Rex tell the rest of the story.
One time we went up, you know, they got a lot of sidewalk cafes.
Yeah.
One time we were sitting, having some lunch or something, I forgot what, in one of those sidewalk cafes, and somebody recognized him. And before we knew it, there was 100 people or something like that trying to crowd around us and get Elvis's signature.
So was that Fouquet's? Is that the one that's on the corner of...
I think it is.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that was what I was going to ask you about. Fouquet's, if you leave Prince de Gaulle and walk back up the street
Right,
to
on the right-hand
Champs-Élysées,
side, on the
it's on the
corner.
right on the corner.
Yes.
Okay, that's Fouquet's.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of photographs of him there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so when that happened, of course, Lamar was the only one in the four of us. You know, Charlie, me, Lamar, and Elvis. That's who went to Paris. And Lamar had been in that kind of situation many times with Elvis. So he was doing the commands, and he would say, Rex, you get behind Elvis, and I'll get in front of him, and Charlie, you get over here on the side, you know, try to keep people away. And we walked him out of that place, led him out of that place, through the crowds and everything. That's the only way we could get him out of there.
You were just there eating.
Yeah, we're just there eating or having something to drink.
Yeah, you were on the side. You were actually outside in one of the tables there.
Yeah, outside. Yeah.
Yeah, and somebody recognized him that quick.
Yeah, that quick.
Wow.
Somebody did.
So now we're going to go to the Lido Club. And so this cafe is here. Croquettes. The hotel he stayed at's down there. And the Lido Club, I believe, is across the street over there. So we're going to walk over there. Stay tuned. So you don't see this every day. Two Lambos sitting. And I think they may take you on rides in them. And this is Louis Vuitton. My son had a Vuitton one time that would fold out from a couch into a bed. And you see they actually have a waiting line to get in there. And they're actually wanding them before they go in. Wow, security. Man, people are something.